Welcome to On the Chain. This is Jeff here with co-host
Chip.
What is going on,
Jeff?
Chip?
What's up,
What is
Jeff?
happening? I'm looking at my lighting. I can't get my lighting right. I'm still like
It happens.
crazy here. Now, I'll tell you what's going on. The XRP community is defending the entire crypto community against the overreach and the zealots over there, government, SEC. But regardless of all of that, Chip, you know what is going on is that every single day, it seems like week after week, Ripple keeps expanding and developing, and new things keep coming out. And there is actually a ton of news on the Ripple horizon that we're going to get into tonight. And so if you're ready to get into it, I'm ready to go.
Let's go.
Welcome to On the Chain.
The Irish Unbacked says, you hear bad as these politicians. Come on, 6 minutes late. Man.
Well, I had some tech. Sometimes there's tech things go on, guys. I mean, you don't know that, but sometimes there are tech issues, and that's kind of what happened today. And that's just, what are you going to do? It just happens.
Long conversations.
It happens.
Conversations. So there's some great stuff going on, So you know what? There was something that was really funny. Now, I don't know if you saw it, Chip, but I want to start off with this because I think it was a blast. Then we can kind of dive in to all the Ripple stuff. But I got to set it up.
I like to laugh.
And then we'll get into some. You like to laugh?
And then we'll get into a bunch of stuff like you teased earlier, which is Ripple stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on with Ripple. New partnerships with Ripple partners.
Yeah, see.
The world continues to turn, everybody.
Now you might have seen this. You might have seen this already, but this was Ryan Long.
Oh yeah.
And it's the Crypto Mafia. You guys might have seen it, but I think it's hilarious. It's kind of perfect. Good starting point, So let's hit this and we'll kind of enjoy for a minute.
Hey,
we go keep watching that. It's hilarious.
Too many F-bombs.
Hilarious, Chip. Too many F-bombs. I was beeping them, but I don't know.
You were beeping them 7 seconds later. We need a 7-second delay. It's like F, and you're like beep. Oh, okay. Jeff heard that. Okay, good. It's like
I caught on, but that is just funny. I love that.
You guys, catching on like that, Jeff.
So hilarious.
You're pretty sharp like that.
This guy's funny. Sharp.
Well, he puts out some good stuff. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about it, Jeff. But let's go into some really good Ripple news. And this came out yesterday. But again, we were concentrating on a really cool project last night. So Modulr and Ripple announced a strategic partnership to enable, what is it, Jeff? Seamless payments into the UK and Europe.
Say it ain't so.
Trust Payments' first company to harness modular Ripple tech. This came out. This was a press release from London, UK. Yesterday, leading payments platform Modulr announced the partnership with Ripple, the leader in enterprise blockchain and crypto solutions, to enable seamless payments into the UK and Europe. Trust Payments, the global unified payments group, the first customer to go live and begin benefiting from the partnership. So it says, goes on to say that together the two leading fintechs will make it easier than ever for businesses like Trust Payments to run real-time payments internationally, powered by Ripple's financial technology, RippleNet. I like how they call that Ripple's financial technology, RippleNet.
I like it. Chip, you know what it's hinting at? They're definitely making a little bit of a transition. So not just, the banker's solution, but it is a financial solution. I like that, financial tech. I mean, it's really cool.
Yeah. Well, it is a fintech company.
A lot more going on. Yep.
But a lot of people want to pigeonhole it as a blockchain company. And I like the way that, because this is a more broad audience, you're not going to get into the minutia, but it goes on with Modulr's technology. Global businesses have an alternative to legacy correspondent banking and can now make payments to the UK faster, more reliable, and cost effective. So, it's not important to talk about how it works. What's important to talk about here is the fact that you don't have to deal with the legacy correspondent bank anymore. There's another solution outside of that that's just instant, near instant, right? 5, 6, 7 seconds, flawless. not error prone. You know, it works every single time. And talks about, since its inception, Modulr focused on building the seamless payments as a service solution. And we're starting to see this more often. You know, there's SaaS solutions, software as a solution, right? And that with the SaaS. Now we're seeing payments as a service solution into the European and UK payment rails, access to critical payment infrastructure. Again, nice, real good positioning here. Critical payment infrastructure in the UK,
like
including faster payments, Bax, Chaps, Swift. I think faster payments is that fast network they use in the UK.
That's
Isn't
the
it
one,
called
yeah.
faster payments?
I like how you kind of read that out. Bax, Chaps, Swift, and SEPA.
Bax, Chaps, Swift, and
Chaps,
SEPA
Swift.
will be in the playoffs next weekend, Jeff. And I've heard Chaps and Swift, the money's on them. No, the losers. Can you imagine that? It's like, yeah, the Bax is playing. It's going head to head against Chaps. Swift and SEPA will be. SEPA's the other one. SEPA's the one in Europe.
SEPA.
So then you have faster payments.
It kind of sounds like a horse race.
SEPA. It's a sepia tone.
Swift, and SEPA.
Its access and deep expertise in European payments made Modulr an ideal partner for Ripple. Moreover, Modulr is one of the few non-banks to be directly connected to the Bank of England. Whoa, look at that.
Oh, wait a minute. Back that up for a second.
Hang on.
One of the few non-banks connected to the Bank of England. That is kind of opening up a little segment of what could be happening. So using RippleNet, interesting.
Yeah, allows the payments platform to settle funds at the central bank, the Bank of England.
Interesting. When we talk about rails, remember we talk about all the CBDCs out there when they're discussing their central bank digital currencies and the silos that they're developing them in?
Yeah.
That unless, there's no way you're going to move from bank to bank unless you have a rail, and you still need a conversion process.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
So Cindy Young, she's the manager director of RippleNet in Europe. She said Ripple's thrilled to partner with Modulr, who has a deep knowledge and expertise of the payments landscape, as well as an unrivaled connections to critical payment infrastructure in the UK. I would say so, Jeff. If they've got a direct connect to the Bank of England, all right, then we're talking about something. We look forward to providing a simpler cross-border payments experience for customers. And then, of course, you got the normal simple pull quotes there. Ripple is the market leader in blockchain and crypto enterprise solutions. 2021, they had the most successful year to date, more than doubling the number of transactions on RippleNet with a payment run rate of over 10 billion. Not a bad run rate, Jeff.
I like it.
We'd all like to have that in business, wouldn't we? A $10 billion run rate. And I wanted to pop up here a little bit and just pop over to Trust Payments real quick. Wow, there you go. So there's Trust Payments. That's the ones that partner. We make payments easy. Well, they do now, Jeff. I mean, they certainly do. So there it is right there. Payments as a service.
There you go. Pass.
So I thought that's some really good news. But Jeff, that's not all. You're probably thinking, well, that sounds interesting. I guess that's okay.
Whoa. What's behind door number 2?
Well, Jeff, I'm glad you asked that question, because door number 2 has something very exciting as well. Partner Nium. This is a Ripple partner Nium and FINCI announced a partnership to strengthen, what is it, Jeff? The payment services internationally. So you start to see a common thread here. You're starting to see that Ripple, yes, Ripple has its partners, but now look what the partners are. It almost seems like we have more news about the partners than we actually do about Ripple. I mean, Ripple's doing these big deals. Next thing you know, Nium has been a long-term partner as well. This came out today. Today, fintech company FINCI announced a partnership with the global payments and card issuance leader Nium. It'll leverage Nium's competitive FX rates, extensive payout network, and strategic markets across APAC and EMEA regions. The collaboration will enable real-time payments to a new market and improve services to regions for FINCI individuals and business customers. Think about that. It's just incredible. It just never ends. There's always some other partnership thing happening over there.
It's nonstop, and so regardless of what's happening on the shores over here on this side of the pond, it just doesn't seem to make a difference in terms of expansion. So we're starting to see, this coalescing of partnerships on a global scale, which is really it's exciting, considering the fact that everywhere outside of the US, once you start implementing RippleNet. And the reason why you have to emphasize and focus on it is because of the fact, it's built on and utilizing, I should say, utilizing the XRP ledger, the technology for their on-demand liquidity, which is really the game changer. And so once that gets rolled out on a broader scale, there's really nothing to match the liquidity, provision. And from a financial institution perspective, from a large business perspective, being able to move money. And remember when they rolled out their short-term lending solution that's kind of baked into it. So there's just so much, orchestrated. But Chip, the one thing that I really like to emphasize in this, basically, from this concept is the notion of all of the individual silos that are being built. And it's so interesting to the fact the governments, the central banks, as they keep talking about, oh, they're getting ready to roll out their digital assets. They talk about crypto, and then they talk about CBDCs, and they want to move away from the fiat, but they're basically doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, it's true.
Adding an element of control, a control mechanism into the currency that doesn't exist right now.
Right. No, that's a good point. I mean, I really don't care too much about CBDCs, as I've expressed many times. Inherently, they're not bad. However, when too much power and control could happen over top of them. And, something we don't do often enough, Jeff, is to talk about the best way you can help this show is to share it. And if you're here for the first time, go ahead and like, subscribe, click that notification bell, share it with your friends, share it with your neighbors, share it with people. You can be the crypto mafia. Do it. You can have it. It's not a big deal.
Share with your pets.
Share with your pets. They don't care. But, they're happy to see you, man. Give them a treat. They'll love you.
All right, hey, Chip,
they'll love you forever.
Since we're on this topic, I want to throw up just a quick video. I know,
Not
but
done
it
yet.
fits. But it fits right in the middle of what you're talking about.
Not done yet.
Yeah, here we go. I got to put it up.
Okay,
it's
go ahead.
Poignant. It's topical.
All right, let's see it.
It's topical.
Okay. Oh, no.
Brad Garlinghouse talking about JPM. So exactly what we're talking about. Kind of just to emphasize the point as we kind of continue. Hang on. Let me play this.
Well, let me start by saying I think it's great for the blockchain and crypto industry to have players like JPM leaning in. Thumbs up. Yep. That's great. That's the only nice thing I'm gonna say about this.
Just a little bit low, Jeff. I think it's almost too low.
Okay. So I got asked this last week. I was speaking at a Morgan Stanley.
I can barely hear it.
He asked me,
you turn up the volume.
Set of headlines about about the JPM coin, and I think this guy was from Morgan Stanley who was interviewing me. I said, "So is Morgan Stanley going to use the JPM coin?" Probably not. So well, is Citi going to use the JPM coin?
You want me to boost it? Let me boost that up. That's not acceptable. I don't even understand what you're saying.
Can anybody else hear it?
No, I'm struggling to hear it. So
it's too low.
It's too low. Yeah, it's too low.
What is up with all these videos? Man, it kills me.
And the funny thing is,
I have to download these videos and then.
Yeah, that's the thing. You got to download them because you should be able to. The problem is that sometimes we can hear and we have headphones on and we can hear a little bit better. But I was struggling to hear what he was saying. I couldn't understand it.
That's brutal.
Anyway, I'll see if I can boost that puppy. So this is interesting here. FINCI has a unique vision for how to bring a range of useful services and technologies together into one environment to better the financial lives of its customer. Through partnerships with companies like Nium, FINCI hopes to expand to services like Asia, Africa, Latin America. Companies aims to help businesses and industries like shipping, IT, aircraft management, logistics, trading, construction to achieve a faster, cheaper, and more efficient payments ecosystem. And it's interesting. We're hearing stuff for the first time, especially shipping, aircraft management, logistics, trading, which we know, the trade finance is really what XDC started out doing, and it's sort of expanded as well. So that's interesting to see. But anyway, I just thought I would throw that in there. And
I like that. I think one of the things that you're pointing out here in that is that bringing in everyday business. So as you're talking about the shipping element of it, all the supply chain issues that we're running into right now that really should not have they shouldn't be occurring. And a lot of this could be identified. A lot of it could be tracked. Create a little bit of transparency in the process. Understand a little bit clearer where the breakdown is. Obviously, we can point some fingers right now. We kind of have an idea, but as the situation worsens, when you're moving any type of product, you want to have a transparent mechanism. I would like to, be able to see it from origin all the way to delivery. If you want to look at the manufacturing process of a product. So if you have a manufacturer that tells you that their parts are sourced from all over the place, well, what percentage is actually being sourced in the countries that they say they are? And so it kind of adds a different element to when you're buying your goods. Imagine you get into your car and the car parts are manufactured all over the world.
Right on.
Put a little transparency to it. But I'm glad that you brought up the XDC, and we'll talk about this a little bit later. But there's a new blockchain project called ICICB, which is actually utilizing and building around XDC. So we can talk about that a little bit later.
We can. I saw this. Naren Kumar was spamming the chat here with this, but can you please throw some light? Is it safe to hold XRP on an exchange? Is it not safe to create an account on Zum Trust Line? If we all transfer XRP to XRP Ledger through Zum, how to sell? So, the first part of it is, and a couple of people got it really spot on over here. This is right here. Veritas Equitas Semper says, not your keys, not your crypto applies. I agree with that. Jeff, anything you want to weigh in on that?
No, I kind of agree with that.
That's a weird. Okay, your face froze like that for a while. I thought, well, what the heck was going on? There you go. Did your face freeze again, or are you just doing that? Jeff's making me laugh tonight. So also too, well, if you put it on, if you have a Zum, so I don't know what you're talking about, a Zum Trust Line, but if you have your XRP on your Zum wallet, obviously you can take from your Zum wallet, you can transfer it anywhere. You can transfer it over. Setting up a trust line is very different than holding XRP on your Zum wallet, and it's not setting the trust line that is the issue. What the issue is, and then we have a story tonight to talk about XRP DAO. We talked about it the other night. Sounded a little scammy, and they are gone. They did an initial sale and they disappeared. Raised a little bit of money and then disappeared. Even though it sounded like a good project until we started digging a little bit deeper into it, where they said you can
read that one element where they were trying to convince people. What was
that,
people?
Yeah. So they basically, that thing disintegrated. Somebody out there grabbed it and found it, and probably can throw that up. But look at this. Let's just show you this. This is Nium over on Ripple's website here. Put up there's a nice little video on this. But again, this is Prajit Nanu, which is the co-founder and CEO of Nium rather. I don't know. He's on. You can play this little video here and see if this one's loud enough, Jeff.
Yeah. My name is Prajit Nanu. I'm co-founder, CEO of the company I set up back in 2014 with a clear vision of trying to build a global payment infrastructure which connects banks, financial institutions. If you look at our customer base, we actually cover a wider base than majority of the payment service providers. So about 60% of our business is financial institutions. So financial institutions includes banks, payment processors, other payment services providers, money services business, etc. Then the 40% of our businesses also includes people like such as marketplaces, travel tech companies, hotel booking sites, etc. So the key aspect, what we try to solve for them is two aspects of payments, is how to send money fast as possible and at the lowest possible cost. Fast forward 2019, we are now accessible in about 35 countries. We send payments to about 55 countries. I think RippleNet actually really helps us globalize much faster. I think a great example is one of the customers which we've got, say BTech, for example. BTech is a customer in Brazil who uses us to process payments into quite a few markets across the globe. We would have never met BTech if it was not for RippleNet, right? Because we were actually solving a problem, but we did not have a sales force in Latin America acquiring clients for us. So that was actually done by RippleNet. So I think what RippleNet really helps us do.
So Jeff, here's somebody, and this is from 2019, but something you parrot a lot, which is the whole idea of solving a real problem. BTech said, "Hey, we're here in Brazil. We need somebody to help us." Reach out to RippleNet, and then they said, "Well, maybe Nium can help you guys."
This was 2019.
2019.
So think about, he started his company back in 2014.
Right.
With
before
this idea of faster payments, and before most
before it
people
existed.
before it existed, before people were thinking, clearly along those lines. All you had was Bitcoin and the Bitcoin maxim of kind of getting rid of all the banks. Which fast forward a couple years, and we know that at this point in time, banks will change, but we're not going to see banks go away. But this guy really looking for true solutions. Instead of trying to figure out, hey, I've got I've got a solution, and now I'm going to look for the problem. We all know that in the movement of money in the payment space, there are a lot of problems inherent, baked into the way things transact in business. And it's good to see that. It's good to see 2014 to 2019. Is there an update on his on that website in terms of what they're doing today?
I didn't go to that's the Ripple's website announcing the partnership, so I don't know what we'd have to
partnership is current, right?
Yeah, well, it's up to speed, sure. Yeah, I mean, it's still going strong. Let me see if I can find Nium out there. Here we go. Here we go, right here. So yeah, it's funny that he founded it with the vision, which is awesome, but the tech didn't really exist like for what he was aiming for back in the day. Okay, so why am I not sharing my screen? Let's see. Okay, there we go. So there is right there. There's another customer, Currencycloud, also a Ripple partner. There it is. Global payments, network.
What's great about that is that, as you brought up, and you have a customer in Brazil that's looking for a solution, and here they're utilizing the software platform. They're utilizing the in-between, the financial technology that's going to help interconnect. It's going to be the bridge. And what a great networking, opportunity to then have, RippleNet kind of facilitate the connection of the entities.
Well, look at this statement right here, Jeff. Bank like a local in 35 different countries. You can set up a virtual bank account in 35 different countries so you can scale globally, act locally with ease. And this is great for business.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Issue cards in 33 markets, access 3.2 billion beneficiaries, one network. Look at that. It's all over the place.
Yep.
It's incredible.
Yep. It's amazing.
Incredible. Oh, incredible. Let me show this other one here. Yeah. And then Currencycloud, which was mentioned there, that's also a Ripple partner. This was back in July of 2020. Currencycloud announced its partnership with Ripple to process cross-border payments on RippleNet. So this was the sort of the presser and talking about it. And then you see Currencycloud doing things like Instajet teams with Currencycloud to make private aviation more accessible. UK-based private jet community Instajet partner with fintech Currencycloud to offer fixed pricing model and safeguarding of its high-value transactions. Goal is to make private jet flying accessible to both long-term private flyers, otherwise known as future cryptonaires, right? When they want to buy a jet, just rent it. You get your private jet, you get on, you get off, it's yours for the ride. It's like the modern day Uber. That's what Instajet does, for a higher wealth individual. And you just basically, I think there's a certain amount of times you have to fly, but it's certainly a lot less expensive than getting a $40 million, $50 million jet. Here's it right here. Here's Instajet. Private aviation. So yeah, you go ahead and you can say where you want to go from, round trip. They will deliver a price. Where are we going to go, Jeff? Let's go to Miami to, I don't know, Tokyo. See how that goes. It's a heavy jet, flight time, 212,000 euros, Jeff. That's all. 212,000, you get your private jet, you can fly right over there. Look at that. And that's how that puppy works.
Zoom in a little bit. There it is.
212,000 euros, roughly, to inquire.
Now, where are we going?
Oh, we're going to Tokyo. But let's suppose we just wanted to go to San Francisco.
Okay.
Let's see what that looks like.
It's This is for the one flight.
Yeah, so there you go. There's 60,000 euros. You get a private jet, 37,000, 45,000. So there it is. There's a bunch of different
Is that round
prices
trip
there.
or one way?
I believe it's one way. Yeah, but so if you want round trip, you got to go there, and then hit the search button there, and that goes in 85,000.
85,000 euro round trip.
Yep.
We're not going to San Francisco anytime soon.
Probably not. Probably not, Jeff.
Man,
probably not going to happen. Unless you want to get
private jet. We're going to take the OTC jet.
Yes, Jeff. There's an OTC jet. Enlighten me.
OTC jet.
Yeah, it's called bicycle. It's got jet painted on the side with those little streamers coming out of the handlebars. That blow in the wind.
A little horn. A banana seat.
Yeah, banana seat.
They probably don't even make bikes like that anymore. You get like the sparkly purple banana seat. It had the sparkles in it.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah.
I don't. Before my time. So look at this story right here. I thought this was interesting here. There's some breaking news that Blockworks had reported, and this is an interesting one. Breaking: IRS will not tax unsold staked crypto as income.
This is a little crazy.
Yeah,
whole conversation.
It's so right. It's like,
oh my god,
this is the scoop, right? In a cryptocurrency win, the IRS has offered to refund a couple for taxes paid on rewards not redeemed from staking. So, I mean, the fact that there was even a win is incredible, but
the point of this, though, it just makes no sense.
It makes no sense whatsoever.
So it says untraded crypto is not taxable.
Right. And
so if they're not taxing unsold tokens, where's the win? Well,
I think the win is that in May of 2021, Joshua and Jessica Jarrett requested a refund of $3,293 of income tax paid in 2019 for the receipt of 8,800 Tezos tokens, according to the legal complaint filed on May 26, 2021. The couple also sought a $500 increase in tax credits for lost income. Tokens attained through proof-of-stake protocols are taxpayer-created property and should not be taxed until sold or exchanged. The Jarretts argued the complaint then says that nothing under the United States law or IRS code and regulations allow for taxpayer-created property to be taxed as income. So the decision has large implications on how proof-of-stake miners. The whole thing is, this is like Janet Yellen territory. Remember, Jeff? You're going to pay on unrealized capital gains.
Yeah, but in this case, though, they're actually receiving those tokens somehow. So they didn't have those tokens. That
right, but the tokens, right, but the tokens,
they're getting them from another source, though. They're not buying them.
The tokens were from staking, though. So
they're stake tokens or the interest earned off of staking.
Well, according to this, it says right there, tokens attained through proof of stake protocol. Wait, what did it say that? It said that somewhere. Yes, crypto stakers. I don't know. Oh, it's proof of stake.
IRS
so
says untraded tokens are tax free. I mean, I get that part, but so let's see where was it? In a win, it's right there in this spot, right when they're explaining it. Josh and Jarrett requested a refund for income tax paid for the receipt. So they're paying interest in 2019 for the receipt of 8,876 Tezos tokens. So they received those tokens somehow.
Yeah, but it says
how did they get it? They didn't buy them. They're not holding them. They received them
because they paid taxes on rewards that were gained, but they didn't redeem them yet. That's the whole point from staking on the Tezos blockchain. So in other words,
to pay you in crypto, it would, according to this, potentially, that until you trade that crypto for a fiat, you're not going to be taxed on that crypto.
Right, because it wasn't redeemed yet. So it's just like stashed out there, and so they shouldn't. It's almost like paying on unrealized. That's what I was bringing up, the whole Janet Yellen thing. It's like it's like it's like you're going to pay on capital gains. Well, I don't have anything yet. I haven't put it anywhere. There's no value to it, and you have to do something with it, right? An off ramp, buy something with it.
until you do something. And that's a great point. Yeah, I mean, you think about it from an income perspective. So you earn money on something, but until you do anything with that money, why are you paying income tax on it? I haven't used it. Even if it's fiat currency, to that point. But they're talking about property, because you're receiving, the way it's looked at, those Tezos tokens or any crypto, it's looked at as property. So now I've received it. I've collected it as payment, for a service. And now until I do something with it, based on that court ruling, they're not paying tax on it. But if they use it to go shopping, they go and buy their Lambo. If they pay for that Lambo, now they're going to have to pay the earned income tax off of that, off of those tokens they received. Is that how you understand it?
Yeah, more or less. Look at this right here.
Interesting.
Eagle Eye 77 says, got my eye on an XRP hardware wallet. Now I fear my house catching fire. Got a fireproof safe. Now I fear flooding. Bought some steel stamps and a brass plate to strap my phrase words and bury. Let's see. Did he continue on? And Barry, where does it end? Yeah.
Where does it?
It doesn't end. That's the whole point. It doesn't end. And you know what else doesn't end, Jeff?
What?
You know what else doesn't end? I don't know how old this video is, but I had to play it. But what doesn't end are BTC Maxis. And this video right here is proof. I love these two guys. You just gotta look at the faces on the guy on the left. He's like just eating this up. He's just going crazy. He's loving it. Every bit of it. Watch this. Let's watch this.
Bitcoin is going to $10 million per coin, and XRP is going to approximately 0.
Oh, no. Come on. Really?
0.
No, there's got to be some value for XRP.
0.
A whole 0?
A whole approximate 0.
Not even 0.0000001?
If anything, it's going to go below 0.
You're going to have to pay to get rid of your XRP. Well, you heard it here first. Get rid of your XRP now.
Heard it here first.
Huh?
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Good luck, boys. It's not going to 0 anytime soon. And if it would go to sub-0, I would be in a buying frenzy, as most of the other people would be. But no, I mean,
it goes down to 0.006.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute, not even 0, not even sub-0, not even 0.006. I mean, some people bought it at 0.006, Jeff. I mean, that's the great thing. Some people were lucky enough, but this right here is probably, did you know Mr. Whale at Crypto Whale?
Yeah. I'm just laughing at some of these comments here real quick. You need to vacuum seal and waterproof along the way. But then XRP Panic responded, said, my seed phrase is spread across 12 states. So you gotta, what you could do? You could tie up your seed phrases in the blockchain.
Good idea, Jeff. That's a horrible idea.
Yes,
that's a horrible idea.
Put it into one of those. What was that? Not Kin. What was the other one? SIA, the SIA token or the SIA coin. They had their storage, and they kind of broke up your data into little bits.
Never heard
all
of
over. You never heard of it?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if it's still around. Probably gone.
It's probably gone.
SIA coin.
SIA coin. I don't know. It sounded cool. I know SIA the artist. But look at this. This is probably closer to the truth right here. Bitcoin is Blockbuster. XRP is Netflix. Whoa. Hey now. So there you go. And of course, I like Mr. Whale at Crypto Whale. Puts all like a thought-provoking stuff.
Fiat is shadow puppets.
What's that?
Fiat would be shadow puppets.
Wow, Jeff. Okay.
Right?
Okay, if you say so.
When you're in front of the flashlight, you can make the rabbit ears and with your hands.
Okay. What does that come in? I'm not sure, but it's a cute little whale. It sure is a cute little whale.
Fiat.
Hasty Toro says, just going to leave this here for the Bitcoin haters. Ripple is interesting in that they're the only other system that does something with trust besides concentrate it into a central server. And this is it right here. This is
XRP Crow.
Yeah, this was from Mike Hearn. This was 2009.
Wait,
Hi,
so
Satoshi.
this is supposedly Satoshi said that?
Oh, this is Mike Hearn writing this is Satoshi. Read your paper on Bitcoin with great interest. Found it a bit confusing, though. I believe It might be easier to follow if you provide some examples. So many questions, but it's rare that I encounter truly revolutionary ideas. Last time I was this excited about a new monetary scheme was when I discovered Ripple. If you have any thoughts on Ripple, I'd love to hear them. So that is April 12, 2009. So, and then so Satoshi Nakamoto said Ripple is interesting. The only other system that does something with trust besides concentrate it into a central server, such as a CBDC.
What are they talking about? 2009.
Yeah, this is 2009.
Why are they talking about Ripple in 2009?
Yeah, because Ripple, don't forget, was Ryan Fugger came out with it he started it in 2004. And so remember, Ripple's interesting as well. So that was Satoshi right there. Boom, Satoshi.
Yep. There he is.
There it is. XRP and then MacMaster 14 says XRP is more like the cable television networks because it's so centralized. Ha 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 ha.
Exactly what it is. What does Matt Hamilton have to say about that?
Apart from it's not, the XRP ledger is decentralized. You know, you can always there's, like in the comics, like there would be some lady, she'd be yelling, her purse got stolen, or some little girl got hurt. You'd be yelling, and then all of a sudden, Superman would swoop in and, and there's always you can always expect Matt Hamilton to just come and just crush the FUD.
Yes.
It's it's more like the cable television networks because it's so centralized. Ha 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 ha. Crying emojis, laughing, crying emojis. And then Matt Hamilton, apart from it's not, XRP ledger is decentralized. And okay. XRP is centralized. Pre-mine crap. The XRP ledger is decentralized. That's the entire point of it, says Matt Hamilton. That was his article on debunking the myths. Of course, it'd be too difficult to click on that and actually be able to read and consume the information. Yeah, I'm in love with XRP. Best centralized blockchain. Wah, wah, wah. Matt Hamilton, decentralized. BTC, how about this one here, Jeff? BTC is Nokia. XRP is Apple.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Whatever you want to compare against Apple, Apple will always be the winner. It's like Windows phone compared to Apple. It's like Google phone compared to Apple. It's like Samsung phone compared to Apple. Apple crushes every single one in there, bar none. And you're not going to say anything that's going to make me think anything different. Nothing stops us.
You've been brainwashed. You know what happens when you go into those Apple stores? I think as soon as you kind of walk through, they start the brainwashing.
There's no brainwashing. It's a superior product, man.
See,
there's superior products, and then there's garbage, and everything else is garbage. And
superior.
And all the people in the chat will agree with me because they know. And then you got Bitcoin is BTC, XRP is XRP. Tribalism is defeatist. Cryptari has it right. Facts are facts.
Facts are facts. What's he responding to? Bitcoin is BTC, XRP is XRP, tribalism is defeatist.
Yeah, I just said that.
And facts are facts.
Yes. I like the utility of XRP, but I don't see why it should go up in value. Okay. Why would any digital asset go up?
Exactly.
Pano says, ever heard of demand increases equal price increase? XRP used for tons of use cases equals increase of demand. So it doesn't stop anywhere, but I thought just a fun little thing, something kind of.
All right, let's see what John Doe says here. I've had iPhones. They're very good. For work, I switched to Android through Galaxy 21, and for IT-related work, it supports more apps.
It supports more apps because, you know what else it supports more of? Infections in your phone, right? Because they're not vetted. You can download anything from anywhere, download it. That code is any app in the App Store. The code is run through for all kind of malicious stuff. Oh, your Android phone? No. Good luck with that. Download anything, any app off the site. There's thousands of more apps. And I will disagree with you on that, John Doe, big time. Why?
You can download all sorts of apps.
Well, first of all early adopter apps
you can download off the
are always available.
Off the store.
Are always available. That's what I'm saying. Are always available. No,
you download anything?
No, you cannot.
You're stuck to their ecosystem.
Dude,
You
I
pay
hate
their
to tell you, but
prices.
you're stuck to the ecosystem. You're stuck to their garbage software. It's their operating system.
It's perfect. My operating system's awesome.
One of these days, you will switch over from the dark
Samsung
side. You
is
will walk into
great.
the light, and you will profusely thank me, like my brother has for the last 15 years, saying
Samsung
things
is
like, "Why
the
didn't you tell me sooner?" Oh, I told you. It's not for everyone, man. That's why there's PCs, which are perpetually complicated. That's what that stands for. And then there's a
You
Mac.
You can't game on Apple.
I don't need a game on Apple, man. All I need to do is design and get my work done. That's all I have to do. But it's a superior design platform too.
But if you're into gaming,
But you
then you're
could
not
game
gaming
on there.
Apple.
Yeah, the new M1 chip is pretty damn fast. That's why they broke away from the Intel ecosystem.
Let's
You
see.
can- it's just they don't make games for the Mac, but it doesn't mean you can't game on a Mac.
I think Legendary is calling you Seabass.
CBAS. Bottom line is that there's a reason it's I mean, and not only that, but Google's evil. Okay, let's face that fact. Did I say
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
They said don't be
You just
evil,
got
but then they
banned.
are because we just got banned. There you go. But they are, Jeff.
There are some issues. There are some issues rolling around in Googleville.
Well, because of the fact that, I mean, especially on
Your
the
buddies over at Apple might not be much better.
privacy. I think on the privacy front, they got it by a hair, maybe a
Yeah.
nose, potentially.
And on the positive front, I guess the Apple Maps program is getting better. You don't
You
get
called me
lost
an Apple Maxi, XRP panic.
on Apple Maps.
I will not deny it. You don't want to know why? I wouldn't say I'm a maxi. I would say I believe that people choose what's best for them. But here's what I will tell you. I work on a PC all day long. I want to take my fist and throw it through the screen multiple times. Why? Because the tracking on a PC is just, it hasn't gotten better in 25 years. It's as bad as it was 25 years
And
ago.
the last Apple I worked on was an Apple IIc.
Well, I'm just saying, like the bottom line is I'm looking at my beautiful 16-inch
Macintosh. The first
MacBook
Macintosh.
Pro right now. Beautiful screen, two big 27-inch monitors, Jeff.
Nice.
Yeah, I would never Droid is better. No, it's not better. It's all garbage. You guys will come around at some point. Someone said, put your smoking jacket back on chill.
And chill out.
No.
See what happens when you took off your smoking jacket.
They're overpriced. Well, here's the deal. You get what you pay for. People could say Bitcoin's overpriced.
See that?
People could say a lot of things.
John Doe's first computer was an Apple IIe in the 90-ishes.
I'm proud of you. I went right to the Apple IIcX. $7,200 I paid for it instead of buying a new car back in the 90s, Jeff. And I bought a laser printer for $5,000.
7,200.
I'm in the cult, Jeff.
You are definitely in the cult.
Oh, I love Apple products, man. And when you put them head to head about anything, and again, I've worked in the Google ecosystem. I will say this.
Johnny Ted, that's why you're always glitching.
Oh, that has nothing to do with that. That has nothing to do with that. Unfortunately, I live in an area where the internet is two choices, slow and slower. That's my two choices because I live out where Christ lost his sandals. That's where I live.
Freeze frame. That's what you get with the Apple. You get the freeze frame.
Put this puppy up against anything you guys got, man. Anything you got. Yeah, superior in every single way. So.
You're General Motors is trying to kill the V8. What's up with that?
Well, I'll tell you, it's pretty easy if you figure out what it is. I mean, look at these artists that are canceling themselves off of Spotify. It's the same thing. It's a different thing. We're going to crush the V8. Well, great. They'll go over to Ford. They'll go wherever to get a V8. They don't need you anymore. You're going to be of no use to them. Little of no use at all. That's how they
becoming irrelevant, unfortunately. So, what do you think about the Tesla phone? I wonder if they bring out the Tesla phone, if it's going to incorporate Doge.
I don't know. When I see Teslas, I still don't see now the truck. I like the truck a lot, but to me it looks like an overpriced golf cart, Jeff. It just doesn't have any. It's It's not a good looking vehicle. Number one, it's okay. You know what's so funny was there were like two other, at the time when Tesla came out, there were two other more on the high end of electric vehicles that were so much cooler looking. But, you know, you have to get a bailout to save the company. And that's kind of what happened right there. Yeah, well, that's funny. Well, Linux, that's also, you say Linux, but I worked on Linux too, but Linux is like, that's a great if you're a developer coding, but the UI is not good. And, you know, you can also say that, you know, Macs run on Linux as well. It's not modified, but it's very similar to it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Linux was fun. I had a computer.
In my
running Linux for a while.
last company, all of our coders were on, the whole company was Mac based.
Linux was easy because it's just clean.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a simple thing. And, you know, yeah, but all right, Jeff, are you a fan of Windows?
Windows what?
Windows anything, Windows? Jeff? There's Windows operating system for the perpetually complicated machine.
Honestly, I'm not a big fan of Windows.
I don't think anybody really
use it.
Yeah, I have to use it too.
They kind of make it worse.
But,
you know, it hasn't bothered me lately. You know, the thing that I found, the better computer that you get, the better Windows works. So as long as you have a fairly, you know, decent computer, you know, put in maybe 16 to 32 gig RAM, have a nice video card, have a good processor, have you know, high spec, solid state, then it, you know, your performance doesn't suffer. But I think problem is with Windows, it's extremely bloated. You know, so most computers that they sell on the lower end of the spectrum, price wise, they're missing a lot of the spec and they just don't run well. And so that's where you end up suffering. You know,
I like Chromebook.
And that's what I loved Chrome for the longest time, because for, you know, everyday stuff, you're doing everything online, you know? And so, you know, to have something easy to just log in, Chrome always worked well. Chromebox, Chromebooks, inexpensive.
You may be surprised to hear this, but I do miss the Google ecosystem. I do like, you know, the Google Docs and all that. I think it's
nice and easy.
A superior product over, you know, the Microsoft tools, and they don't work as well online. They're a little. I think all the Google tools. Hey guys, by the way, welcome. This is Simon. That's Kev. Welcome to Tech Talk with Simon and Kev. So
this is Tuesday Tech Talk.
Tech Talk. We'll have a little Tuesday feature. There you go.
Wait, is it Tuesday or is it Wednesday?
So here you go, Jeff. Here, let's get back in the saddle right here. Here's Wendy Rogers.
You know what's awesome though is Outlook. Outlook is probably the best program ever made that you don't never want to use again.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. And also I'll say that if you could jam one more button in there, like just one more, just sliver it in and thing. Gosh almighty, that is
disaster.
You know, and I got to say, one of the things that I do think, it wasn't perfect, but I thought the Windows Phone, although there were a lot of sliding and moving and stuff, the whole modular look of it was interesting. It didn't quite make it, but then you look at today's Outlook and you just say, what happened? Why does this look like 1995? Why? Please, somebody tell me. But let's jump on this right here. This is Wendy Rogers. Wendy Rogers is an Arizona state senator. I follow her pretty closely for some other things that she's doing there. Every time I say Bitcoin, why do people keep saying XRP? What is XRP?
Exactly. Now explain who Wendy Rogers is to everyone out there who are saying, who the heck is Wendy Rogers AZ?
Yeah, so AZ is Arizona. She's a state senator there. She's a America First Republican and LD6. And she's also a former Air Force pilot, business entrepreneur, and she homeschools one of her childs, and she's a MAGA, America First person. And she's also been leading the charge on things that were going on around November of 2020 that I can't say, but things were going on, and she's looked into it, and she's led the charge on that. So it's like, hey, she's like, hey, Bitcoin, never say X. And then the XRP army hits her with 4 billion XRP. You got to buy XRP. And she's like, what is XRP? Right.
Well, you know what? That's great, though, because we're seeing more and more positive remarks coming out of certain state political representatives as well,
Correct.
you know, and so it's that's definitely a big positive. So what was Matt is always on the prowl. It doesn't matter who it is. He's
Ah,
always
geez.
on the prowl.
He must have, he has like this sixth sense where he can just feel something going on.
He,
He
he
nails
just
it.
immediate. Oh, and his responses
XRP
are great.
is another cryptocurrency. Ta-da! 4 words, Jeff. It's another cryptocurrency. It was created in 2011 by some Bitcoin developers to be a better Bitcoin in response to the growing energy requirements of Bitcoin. XRP lives on the XRP ledger, a public permissionless decentralized blockchain. Moreover, at xrpl.org. If she goes over there, Jeff, you might lose her forever. That's just not friendly.
That would be the end. She'll say,
it's like, I'm done with XRP, man. This is not friendly.
I'm going
reading.
back to Bitcoin.
So here I'm Wendy Rogers.
Control Alt Delete, and that's the end of it.
And I'm like, I'm gonna pop over there. Okay, that looks friendly. All right, great. Community power utility, scalable, sustainable blockchain. What? Why developers choose it? Streamlined, public, decentralized, low cost. Okay, that sounds okay. Activate the power of the XRP ledger. You know, it's like
it's awesome. Look how packed that is. You think about how much information is packed into that site right there, explaining how powerful the XRPL is, what an amazing tool it is, and it's totally underutilized. You don't have enough entities that are really tapping into it, but we're starting to see that growth. But Chip, here, before you go on any longer, on that, Glenn is saying that he needs a new snowblower, and do you have any recommendations?
You're living in Miami, and no, I don't have many recommendations for you, but maybe someone in the chat does. I mean, because we always like recommendations from the OTC family. Go help Glenn Miller out a little bit if you guys have something.
Here's another one I'm going to pull out of the hat for you. So get ready for this this question. Taking questions from the audience. If you didn't figure that out. How do I get rid of the AirPlay on my iPhone, Chip?
Why would you want to get rid of the AirPlay?
I don't know, but this is
I don't understand why would you care about the AirPlay?
Why would you want to get rid of it?
Yeah, why would you want to get rid of it? Just don't use it. I just solved your problem. I don't know why you would want to get rid of it, but I mean, I don't know. What are you going to do? And also, so playing off of that tweet right there, John Deaton commented. He said, so for Wendy Rogers said, I don't understand the SHIB. I don't understand the Doge, but I do understand freedom. People should be able to buy whatever digital coins they want, even if they aren't as good as Bitcoin. No, she's a little bit lost there.
Oh my God, that's great. When I saw that, I think that's a great tweet though. And I like John, John Deaton, Maxis. Just when Maxis believed they had her, she started to make sense.
That's right. You know, a lot of people came down on her and, oh my God, I can't believe she said that. And because she's in Bitcoin, what you have to realize is that everybody has an entry point. And if Bitcoin is what somebody comes into it, but she nailed it by saying she understands freedom. People should be able to buy whatever digital assets they want, regardless if it's the one that you like, someone else likes. Nobody cares, Jeff.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jeff?
I do.
I don't know if you do.
I do know what you mean. You
okay, good.
Though.
I feel heard. It's awesome. All right. Well, there you are. There you are.
Wendy Rogers looking like Sandra Bullock on the kayak.
Say what? Let me see.
Is there a kayak somewhere?
Kayak. Let's see what they're talking about.
So no, but CG had another question for you. Wanted to know if Apple makes snowblowers.
For the time being, they do not make snowblowers, so I cannot recommend a snowblower to you. People are really messing on me on that. But there you
go, Apple product glitching.
There you go, right there. So you have no, it's not a product glitch. Come on, man. Sorry, I'm never going to fall into that camp. I don't want to be in that camp.
Legendary, just call Mr. Plow, or if you got money, call the Plow King.
So there's Wendy Rogers right there. You can see her a little bit younger there, but she's an Air Force pilot. And you can see her some notables here, former president. You can see her Nigel Farage over here speaking at a rally, and all happy to be sitting on a red chair. And there's something else going on.
Red chair.
She's like, I'm on a red chair, Jeff. I'm on a red chair. Look at me. I'm on a red chair. I don't know what that means. So that's
Oh my god.
that's what it is.
I like Sophie's comment here. Weird show, 6 days a week, down with OTC, night all. Trying to understand this. Is it just it's a night show that's weird,
Or is it
it's a
every
weird
show?
it's a weird
It's a
show
weird
that's
show,
6 days a
period.
week?
Pretty
And
much.
why are you down with OTC? That's how I read that comment. Weird
Sounds
show.
like
6 days a
she's
week,
not down with OTC. She's
OTC.
like down with OTC, night owl. So that's the
Night
thing
owl.
about writing it out.
Oh,
It can be
and there's
interpreted a
the
lot.
caps. Down
Yeah,
with
night owl. She's out.
Out.
Yeah.
That was weird. Why are they
Jeff.
talking about Google and
Yeah,
Apple?
well, it happens sometimes. Look, you got to fill it with
Outlook.
something, and it's Jeff and I would talk about a lot of things, but we just don't. We can't. So there you go. Look at this, Jeff. Love Monster. Remember we talked about the Love Monster NFT? Did you know that's the first Nasdaq approved XRP ledger game
Love
project?
I did not know that.
Featured in a Times
it
Square
Nasdaq?
billboard. Look at that.
Check that out.
The
That is
Love
awesome.
Monster, Times Square. That's the Nasdaq.
The Love
By
Monster.
the way, Jeff, I've been lucky enough to be inside of that, and
Inside of what?
been to a
That
couple
screen?
parties. That's the Nasdaq right there. That's the
Or the Nasdaq building.
Yeah, that's right in the corner of Times Square right there. But I've been in there for a couple private parties. And yeah, right up there, standing right up here, and there's all the screens, and then behind there's a giant monitor. You can see some of them right down there, the monitors. What you don't see is this is blocking it, but the entire back half of that is just filled with monitors, and it's pretty cool. But look at that. That's pretty cool.
I've been in that spot.
Look at that. Get your,
right there.
Get your Love Monster.
You can get a Love Monster at Nasdaq. Go visit Nasdaq and pick up your own Love Monster NFT.
NFT holders will be able to not only personalize their monsters and battle with other players, but play a wide variety of open world adventure games. Do they exist yet? With its own plots of land.
I don't know. There's so many of these that say they exist, and then you go and log in, and they don't really exist because they're just kind of contemplating the idea of the Love Monster.
Lots of little love monsters.
I like it's kind of cool. There it is.
How much does it cost? Was it like 2,000 XRP or something?
It was so ridiculously priced that no one's going to be playing the Love Monster. Well, maybe someone's going to play it. But every one of those NFTs, I mean, it's insane the cost of to get an NFT.
I don't remember
Even
what the cost was.
There was this Rev Racing, and I still haven't got my son on to be able to play that game. But in order just to get the NFT that I finally bought and can't figure out how to transfer it to him because it's too expensive.
It's 2,000 XRP, Jeff.
It's absurd. I spent 40 on a car for him, and it's stuck somewhere in my my wallet. I can't get him his Rev car. 2,000. How much was it?
2,000 XRP.
2,000 XRP.
Yeah.
Oh, why is it in XRP?
Because that's what it's all based in XRP, Jeff. We covered this before.
That's
Come on,
right.
man.
Oh, I remember.
we talked. You don't remember that part of Love Monster? That was like the only reason we covered it was because it was XRP.
Exactly. I'm looking at the Love Monster, the Planet Monster.
So
all right,
I'm
now
trying to
it's cool
see
again. I was trying to think of the ERC20 token. And then I'm like, why are we looking at the ERC20s that are expensive?
Yeah. So if you say
is the Love Monster, is it live? If it's live,
so it's $1,200 right now. That's because it's $1,200 for Love Monster.
Okay,
the price is down to 60 cents. So there you go. $1,200.
$1,200. I might as well, buy now. It's cheap because it'll get expensive soon. Then you won't be able to play Love Monsters anymore.
You won't be able to dump your Love Monster.
You won't be able to dump your Love Monster.
Yeah, right.
You're gonna be stuck with your very own Love Monster.
Yeah. Right.
How do they come up with the Love Monster?
By the way, Jeff, look at this. We have this. This is from Ryan Lewis, who you guys know very well. He's a famous DJ. No, that's Ryan Lewis. He looks like he's from over in the UK there. £449. What's going on, guys? Crypto Ryan 17 here, showing some love. What are your guys' Twitters? Right down below. Click in the comments. You can follow us down there. Jeff, you can follow Jeff. You can follow me, and also follow On the Chain. Should know by now. XRP, baby. Thank you for that support. Really appreciate it. It's very nice.
You know what? Our European subscribers and listeners that come on live are dedicated. It's 5 a.m. over in the UK right now, or not 5 a.m., 2 a.m. Sorry.
I'll say 5 a.m. I was like, whoa,
5
what?
hours ahead. 2 a.m. 2 a.m. And then someone was here from
Jeff,
the
can we-
Netherlands saying it was like 3 a.m.
That's amazing. So can I? Well, I mean, it's really flattering. I mean, I love it, man. It's a weird show.
Yep.
What are you gonna do? What else is there to weird watch that's weird? And Jeff, should we tease our guest that's going to be with us on Sunday night?
We have to, because it's
We got
it's
a
massive.
big guest.
But before we tease that,
okay,
hit the like button. Hit the like button, and then we'll tease it. Hit the
everybody hit the like button, and when 17 people hit it, then we'll officially
there we
let the
go.
cat out of the bag.
3,000 thumbs up. No, if you're brand new here, hit the subscribe, because you're gonna want to hear who's coming on Sunday night. First of all, let's see if anyone can drop a hint here. Who do you think would be that you guys would really want to see? Not from the political space, but they're coming in on Sunday. So from the YouTube space, we'll narrow it down.
Yeah, YouTube space, over 200,000 subs. The best at this one thing.
Look at that. We got him, thrown him in there. I think K HUD got it. Got K HUD, Mickey,
Blockchain backer. The blockchain backer will be here, guys.
Blockchain backer.
We'll be here live with us in person. It's going to be awesome.
Sunday.
One day only on Sunday. Cars will go around the track. You'll watch them. It'll be lots of mud. It'll be great. Remember those commercials they had?
I do.
All right, let's get out of here, Jeff.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday night with Blockchain Backer. We stream 6 days a week, Sunday through Thursday. So that'll be the first day of next week. Be here with us with Blockchain Backer. It'll be very cool. Not BitBoy. Thursday, he will not be on BitBoy before that. He will not be on BitBoy. But Thursday night's another night. We'll be back here tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, Saturday morning at 8 a.m. And then back here on Sunday with the Blockchain Backer. How's that, Chip?
Beautiful, man. It was very impressive. And then that's all we have. Chip and Jeff, Jeff and Simon out. We'll see you guys
Jeff and Simon
on the next one. Come on back for the next one. We'll see you guys. Have a great night. Take care.
Bye.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.